What's up, everyone? I'm AdminTim, page founder of the Sons of Liberty Facebook page and other social media venues. Today we're going to quickly talk about Juneteenth. I know. What's a white veteran got to say about this black holiday? So our page has become a sort of unofficial patriots taking back patriotism. And one of the ways that we do this is we reclaim symbols like the American flag and the name Sons of Liberty and other symbols co-opted and hijacked by right-wing ass-clown cosplatriots, as I like to call them. One of the big things that our page does is we discuss the Civil War, specifically during Confederate Heritage Month, talking about Southern Unionists, that is, Americans who stayed loyal to their country instead of betraying the United States. Doing this month-long history lesson for about 8 years has taught me a lot of stuff about the Civil War that I didn't already know all that well, which brings me to Juneteenth. It's awfully comical to me that conservative Republicans flock to our page to say dumb shit like, well, Republicans freed the slaves and Southern slave owners were Democrats. Whilst this is true, it's not a simple concept that easily fits into a box, but that's not my point. These same mouth-breathing oxygen thieves who turn around and mock Juneteenth as being woke and posting racist, bigoted content are the same people saying this. Juneteenth is worth pointing out because it occurred some 2+ months after Traitor Colonel Robert E. Lee surrendered his Army of the Potomac. Technically, the Civil War wasn't over yet. News traveled slower in those days, and armies were still fighting at this point in time. The Emancipation Proclamation was 2 years prior to this, but obviously a bunch of insurrectionist traitors in the Confederacy earnestly believed that they were no longer part of the United States, or they just chose to ignore it. So Union General Gordon Granger rolls into Galveston, Texas, and is like, hey dudes, we kicked the shit out of you, we own this state now, and all your black people are free. Juneteenth did not mark the end of slavery in the United States, just the date that the last black enslaved people in the Confederacy were notified that they were freed. A lot of white Texans ignored this, and sometimes violence erupted. Union troops had to go in and liberate certain enslaved black people in a lot of cases. Now, it's worth noting that slavery persisted in small enclaves and territories in the West and a few United States and in certain civilized tribes in what was called Indian Territory. December 6, 1865 is when the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery was ratified by the United States. Notably, the state of Delaware, a border state, did not free its enslaved people until this time, months after Juneteenth, and the state did not actually ratify the 13th Amendment until 1901. Now, if we simply go by the dates on which the tribes ratified these treaties, slavery in the continental United States came to an end as a legal institution on June 14, 1866, when the Creek tribe agreed to abandon African American slavery. This was, somewhat ironically, the day after Congress approved the 14th Amendment. Slavery was quickly replaced with sharecropping and a Jim Crow caste system that would hold formerly enslaved people and their descendants in the grip of a brutal new social order in which millions would ultimately flee. That's why Juneteenth is important. And if you're a conservative who stumbles across this video, I hope you see the irony in talking out of both sides of your mouth when you cherry-pick the history of your own party. Real quick, the Sons of Liberty Facebook page is where we're most active, and we'll be running a crowdfunding campaign soon. This campaign will be a year-long video series where I will travel to different Civil War historical sites, battlefield, reenactments, and other monuments. We'll be talking about lesser-known Civil War historical facts. You can go back and watch a lot of the videos that we've done during Confederate Heritage Month just to get a better idea of what types of things we'll be looking at and talking about. Our crowdfunding campaign will help support production, travel, and making sure that we take care of our film crew. Once again, for Sons of Liberty, I'm AdminTim, and AdminTim316 says get fucked and die mad about it.